Apologies for that. My system is frozen. So we'll take the British National Anthem again.
Should we take it as it's taken? It's not coming on.
Mr. Coyote Falowo to give the welcome address.
Members who are on the call, thank you very much, members of NB from the UK. As a board which drives the strategy, and that board ensures that it also has oversight over the activities of the annual trade missions. And I will talk about that. But again, formally to say that our vision is as stated to be the foremost channel of trade and commerce between Nigeria and Britain. And also our missions, there are 5 trade, so many channels through which we do that. For instance, we have an annual trade mission, which I mentioned earlier on. And this particular year, attendance from the British side and from the Nigerian side, where we talked about the opportunities in Nigeria. We had the Minister of Trade and Investment. We had the High Commissioner represented by the Deputy High Commissioner. We had the Her Majesty's Trade Commissioner for Africa, Emma Wade. We had all sorts of people from different parts of the world who participated in that trade facilitation process. That is the primary goal of the chamber. And indeed, as members of this chamber, I know that one of the things you would like to see is how the chamber also helps you to improve your trade and business activities within Nigerian businesses who are our own network of members, and indeed also between your company and companies that are based in the UK. But now I must also say that because of the networks that we have built as a chamber, you now actually have access to more than UK businesses through the Connect platform and through our membership of the BCC, which is the British Chamber of Commerce, which is an amalgam of chambers of commerce across the UK and indeed other parts of the world. And the affiliates that have been built by BBC and ourselves, you can actually relate with all the chambers in the UK and others in other countries that are affiliated to the BCC. When you become members of the company, of the chamber, and you indeed begin to participate, the Trade and Investment Desk or the Trade and Investment Directorate will tell you how you can take advantage of those benefits. So we do trade facilitation. We have a fully resourced Trade and Investment Directorate headed by actually a director whose primary objective is to drive trade between our members and companies abroad. We also positively influence policy, and we do that through our advocacy. We have an advocacy committee that looks at that covering goods and services, and you feel that the activities at the ports or the tariff structure does not aid that business. The chamber is always a platform, subject to, of course, our verification of facts that have been placed before us, to advocate on behalf of that sector group to ensure that government is able to influence positively to make things better in terms of business environment. I also wish to note that we also take the very, very vital industry, trade and investments with the NIPC, with the NEPC. We of course have first-hand information of policies that will affect businesses, and we generate these things into things that can be easily used by our own members. We also have networking. Networking is very key, as we all know, in our Nigerian environment for business. Today, you'll be joining the group of very, very eminent companies in Standard Chartered, Zenith Bank, WAMCO, all the major names, Unilever, Nestle, all the major names our members. So you'll be having this opportunity of becoming a member of that network of very, very successful businesses, and of course, much better than you had thought. What are our strategic approaches? And I've talked about that. Of course, we use trade investment opportunities, we deepen network opportunities, we value our partnership with government and key stakeholders, and use that to positively affect your own business, of course. And then we reach British businesses in Nigeria to create a robust membership base. These are some of our strategic approaches. And one that has been time tested over the last on how we can improve that structure. The Secretariat will be glad to receive that, and I can assure you that these suggestions will be considered in so. But currently, what we have is that happens at this point to be myself, and in that council, you see some of our council members later. The council also has an deal with various aspects of the activities of Secretariat, who does a day-to-day running of the chamber, and that is the person that you relate to as members on a day-to-day basis, because and it's the MD of Dormant Science, Prince Bimbola Olashore. Of course, you also have the committee members chair, and you get to meet a lot of them. Saturday is also a difference. The level of importance who heads our ME committee. The PLAZA building committee is headed by another past president, Ashwaju Michael Olawale Cole. Programs committee is headed by Akin Oshutoki. We also have a golf. We love golfing, and we do something about golf on a yearly basis. And we are reviving that also. Is learning to look at particular areas that could be of interest to membership. Now, the construction and real estate trade group is headed by Akim Oguniran. Akim Oguniran is MD of Exime Royalty Limited. The oil and gas group is headed by Osage Okumbo. Osage Okumbo is the MD of Shell Petrol, head of PwC in Nigeria. And then, of course, the learning and education training group is headed by Sheyi Adeyemi of AA Weavers Consult Limited. Our agriculture and exports group is headed by Shola Obabori of FedEx Red Star Express. In addition to that is the structure of the Secretariat, where you see Director General, 3 directors, Director of Programs and Membership. You've been dealing a lot with membership to date. Our wonderful lady, Ayomide Olajide, who I'm sure a lot of you have grown to know very well. And then you also have the Director of Trade and Investment, which is headed, who is Ayodele Lilab. We have other social programs. We have an internship and mentorship program for secondary school students. We have the MSME clinic, which is very important to help our members that are in the MSME group to be able to sort of bring up their businesses. And then we have our various advocacy sessions that are not just restricted to members of the chamber, but are also useful to the general public. Our premium members, as I've mentioned, but are not yet in the premium category, and I'm sure in the fullness of time they will be members. Fidelity Bank, Custodian and Allied, Access Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, UTL Company. I can see that the name is missing from PLAZA. The PLAZA is a project that the chamber is very, very proud of. Something that started some years ago. As you know, in ventures of this nature, you build block by block. The chamber has been financing this plaza, which is a 4-story building that is meant to house our secretariat, also provide training suites and meeting rooms for our members and indeed members of the public. It will have a library, it will have a members lounge. It will also provide business incubation center to British businesses who want to come into Nigeria and want to learn about the environment before they go into what you call the larger world. And so these are some of the things that will happen in this plaza. We are in the process of completing this. How it will look when we complete it. We have done quite a lot of work. Is now being roofed. As you can see in the picture before you, that work is ongoing. We would like to solicit the support of new and old members, and you are obviously the newest member. So if any one of you would like to be part of this venture, there are various categories of donors, and recognitions are going to also be there, permanent recognition. Some will be by naming rooms after them, some will be by naming halls after them, some will be by having plugs, at the entrance of the building, and so on and so forth. We would like to call for your support, and I'm sure the PLAZA committee will get across to you as soon as possible. Please, when they do, take it as your duty to try and support the construction of that. We've had very good donations that have supported it so far, from Dangote, from Shell, from Lead Capital, from Greenwich Trust, and I'm sure all of you would like to be part of that initiative to ensure that your own name is also listed as one of the companies that have supported the development of the PLAZA. And I think that brings me to the end of my address. I want to thank you again for all that you have done so far. Thank you for being part of the journey. And thank you also for accepting to collaborate along with us to ensure that we have a good chamber. We will now proceed to the next item on the agenda.
Thank you, President, for that wonderful introduction and detailed briefing of the chamber. So the next thing on the agenda is the introduction of new members. So we had previously sent emails out to all members that you'll be given a 1-minute introduction during this meeting. So to kick off the introductions of our new members, I'd like to call on Academy Press PLC, ably represented by Mr. Paul Aderi Indulgence, to please mute your microphones if you're not speaking. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. Ahmad. Good afternoon, sir. The President.
We can hear you, sir.
We are very happy to be part and print. We were established and we have been on since then. We've gone through so many things in the country, and by the grace of God, we are still up and standing. We are happy to be part of the family, and our resolve is to put in our best to see to the promotion of the chamber, and we are also looking forward to having a great benefit from the chamber. So we are very happy to be here. Academic Press is a household name. In the educational sector, I doubt if there are too many people who has not touched a material that has gone through the mill of Academic Press at one point or the other. So we are looking forward to gaining immensely from joining the chamber, and as a company that has gone through, thick and thin of the country, we are also looking forward to contributing our quota to the development of the chamber. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aderibibe. To the second company that we'd like to invite up is ARM Life PLC, Mr. Stephen Aliu.
Okay, thank you very much for good interaction, and thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shijodo Usi. I'm the Managing Director, CEO for Blue Total Technologies to companies in Nigeria and across Africa. We are very delighted, and we appreciate you bringing us on board onto the esteemed Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce. And we look forward to contributing our own quota into the development of the institution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I'd like to invite Mrs. Adenike Ibiroba, Nikitaros, Nigeria Limited, to give their brief introduction.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the Honorable President. My name is Mrs. Adenike Ibiroba. I am the Managing Director of Nikitaros Nigeria Limited. Yes, we provide various types of vehicles for various companies, blue chip, schools, individuals, embassies. It's our great pleasure to have been admitted into this esteemed Chamber of Commerce. And we actually do look forward to a mutually beneficial relationship between our company and the Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce. It's a great pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mr. Opayemi Oni of Noah Michaels LLC. Over to you, sir. Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So my name is Opayemi Oni, the CEO of Noah Michaels LLC. We are a construction and infrastructure development company, and it's a pleasure to be here to be able to development of the chamber.
Mr. Charles Nwodu, Reed Integrated Energy Resources Limited.
Officials, members of the NBCC. First of all, my name is Charles Nwodu, and I work for Excel Africa Group, not Lead Integrated, whatever.
Apologies, sir.
Yeah, financial services sector, operating the logistics space, operating the outsourcing space, projects, development, etc. We also operate across West Africa through fully owned subsidiaries. It's our great pleasure to be members of this chamber, and we look forward to contributing our quota to the development of the chamber and the achievement of goals that the president outlined in his presentation, and also benefiting in our way, through the networking opportunities available to members. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Nwodu. I believe we also have a Mr. Charles Nwadu of Reed Integrated Energy Resources, or any of the representatives. Mr. Charles, is that? I think you have a challenge with your audio. Okay, we'll come back to you while you sort out your audio. We'll move on to Roka.
Everyone, really, I am Kelechi Kennedy Nabara. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm Kelechi Kennedy. We are currently focused on plastic waste in the country. So we recycle PET plastic bottles. We supply our products to manufacturing companies in Asia and in Europe and also in America. Our aim of establishing this company is not just to maximize profit, but to contribute our own quota in the heads of this establishment, the NBCC. Really a great honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Tote. Mr. Ajayi, are you on the call? Okay, so we'll go back to Mr. Charles, Reed Integrated. President for the induction ceremony.
Okay, while you are getting the, before I do that, join us on this call. Of one of the people who are in, now can we please then go on and start with the process of the induction. Now, before we start, essentially, because we are doing this online, let me just tell you what we are meant to do. We would go on to the next slide, please. Yes, there's a membership pledge which all members are meant to recite. Ordinarily, what we would do in the physical space is that we would, call you to what would have been a podium, and then we would pin, and then from there we will recite this membership pledge. Of course, we can't do in today. So it's going to be sent to each member, and then you will then, you're expected to use it at all our former occasions. So I hope we are all ready, and you all have with you now the membership pledge. So I would just lead the conversation so that we can have some unison. When I say I, of course, mention your name, and then read through this item. So I will lead by making the statement, and then you all follow so that you can have some unison. So if we are ready, then we can start. I, so mention your names.
I, representing Excel Africa Group Limited.
Yes.
I, representing Academy Press PLC.
I, Adenike Birogba, representing the Guitarist Nigeria Limited.
I, Opeyemi Oni, representing
I, Shijodusi, representing Blue Turtle Technologies Limited.
I, Stephen Alango, representing ARM Live PLC.
Okay, fine. So we can now all read after the count of 3. We can then read through that statement. 1, 2, 3.
NBCC.
I will
work to increase the service and community efforts of the chamber.
Enjoyable investment and dedication to the members of the chamber. I believe in the future growth of
Nigeria and Britain.
We work with
my community for common interests, continuously encourage and promote mutually beneficial trade relationships. I accept to be a member of NBCC as an organization that promotes trade and commerce between Nigeria and Britain. I commit to the organization which are integrity, cooperation, commitment, and respect. So help me God.
Thank you very much to all those who are now brand new inducted members of NBCC. On behalf of the council and the entire membership, I welcome Academy Press Limited, Academy Press PLC, ARM Live PLC, Blue Turtle Technologies Limited, Nikitoros Nigeria Limited, Michael LLC, Reed Integrated Technologies Limited, Roca Carlo Nigeria Limited, Otago Technologies Limited, and XL Africa Group. We are indeed proud to have all of you joining us. It has been a long journey, I know, and I'm sure along the way some of you will have really wondered why it's taking so long.